Hello, hello. It's been a while since I've talked to you guys here on this channel. So I wanted to just take a few minutes to talk about a couple of things. The show, The Awakening Experience, has been moved and reinvented. Okay, and I'm going to take just a couple of minutes to talk about why that is, what the purpose of this whole thing was, and where I'm going with it. Around the beginning of 2022, I started getting this feeling eating at me that it's time to move and expand. Most of you know that I'm actually a tarot card reader on YouTube. I think the majority of you know that. I don't know if there are any other subscribers on this channel that have found me, from any other source other than that, but uh I ended up taking that career and running with it and started feeling not really like I'm plateauing, but kind of like my own personal growth is spinning in circles a little bit. My own personal growth. So I've been feeling it's time to expand. Not really time to change or time to do something different and quit doing, my tarot card readings and whatnot, but it's time to expand. It's time to branch off. It's time to do something different. And all throughout 2022, I did what I always refer my clients, people who listen to me uh, speaking in regular videos and whatnot. What I always refer to people to do is the analogy I use is you have to knock on the door. That's an analogy. Okay. If you're wanting to make some kind of change, if you're wanting to see whether or not you should do something, you must first walk up to the door and knock on it. See if you can get it to open. That's the analogy that I use. And I spent all of 2022 knocking on doors. And a lot of it was behind the scenes. There's a lot of it that nobody really knows anything about, but there were a couple of things that I made public. And this YouTube channel with this podcast on it was one of those things that, it was very public. I'm knocking on a new door to see if I can get it to open. And this was actually a really transformational experience running this little show that I had interviewing people. One thing that I think a lot of people, especially new followers, don't really know about me is that in real life, I am very quiet, withdrawn, and observant. And I'm not a social butterfly at all. I'm not that person who's the life of the party, talking to everybody and making friends. I don't have any friends. I just don't. I keep a very small circle. I'm very picky about who I communicate with, who I connect with, and who I interact with. And therefore, because that's the way I've been living my life for so many years, doing this little show that I did on this channel was extremely uncomfortable. Talking to random strangers that I don't know was incredibly uncomfortable at first. And every interview I did got a little bit easier, a little bit easier, and a little bit easier, and a little bit easier. And, I interviewed some amazing people, including but not limited to Dr. Eben Alexander. I consider that to be an amazing little career opportunity for me there to be able to connect with him. He was a huge influence on my path. In my personal opinion, still to this day, one of the most valuable assets to the spiritual and conscious community. But anyway, after a little period in time, the little process that I had rolling of, connecting with people, interviewing them and whatnot, that kind of slowed down and slowed down and slowed down until I kind of stepped back just to see if it would keep rolling, and it didn't. It came to a stop. And I went, okay, all right. I don't know what the purpose of this was, but I feel like it's time to back away from this. So I backed away from it. And if I remember correctly, let me see. I think that was back in October. I think so. Let me see here. No, December. Back in December was the last time I got on this channel talking about some updates for 2023. And now, long story short, I have completely turned everything around. I have changed locations. I have joined forces with a couple of new connections and people that are taking my career in a much different direction. And one of the things that I'm doing with my career in 2023 is rebranding and moving this podcast. Okay. So I've joined forces with the Leo King over on High Vibe TV. And I've moved the Awakening Experience over to there. And as of now, we'll see what it evolves into later on in the future. I don't know. But as of now, it's very podcast style. It's like a spiritual podcast where we're sitting and talking about and discussing different topics and whatnot. And yeah, I've moved the Awakening Experience over to there, where we are actually giving tips and pointers and talking about things and whatnot. And this is going to be the free content on High Vibe TV, along with manifestation courses. Oh, that's what's coming on High Vibe TV. I'm going to be having entire courses. It's going to be pretty big, man. It's going to be pretty big. But I wanted to just go ahead and put that announcement on this channel. Now, does that mean I'm never going to interview anybody? No, not necessarily. I don't know what I'm going to do with this channel. I don't know when I'm going to be connecting with people and keeping this channel up and going. But as far as the Awakening Experience, meaning a podcast that has a very specific intention behind it, and that is to spread the message of awakening and evolution to the masses in the form of a podcast. I have moved it and reinvented it. And as of now, again, you never, in this line of work, you never want to guarantee anything. But as of right now, it's me and the Leo King sitting and discussing different topics. And over on High Vibe TV, it's completely uncensored as well. You know, like here on YouTube, kind of got to watch what we talk about. You know, at least on my channel, I do. And over on High Vibe TV, I don't care what I talk about. He doesn't care what we talk about. So we're able to dive deep into anything. There's no censorship over there at all. And that's what it is as of now. Hopefully that would be cool if it ended up evolving into maybe something where we could bring people on and, you know, have people on the podcast. Maybe. I don't know. There's no guarantees. But yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and make that little announcement because, like I said, the last time I made any kind of update on this channel was December 27th. And yeah, now here we are in April of 2023 and things are up and rolling. That is the first big change that I made to my career, is joining High Vibe TV. There's more coming. I ain't done yet. I'm not done yet. 2023 going to be a big year, dude. A big year. But anyway, I appreciate y'all, the few of you who tuned in and listened to me blab and run my mouth. I just wanted to go ahead and throw that out there. So yeah, if you want to subscribe to High Vibe TV, the information for that is in the description of this video. And it's not just this. Over on High Vibe TV, they got astrology. The Leo King teaches his own classes and has his own courses. And they have like a disclosure podcast they got all kinds of cool stuff over there. I'm just one little part of it now. But Anyway, all the information is in the description. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Y'all stay blessed.